こんにちは、サムゾです。今日のレッスンは、時間の前置詞。あまり長くないのビデオですけど、本当に便利と本当に大事です。だから、よく見てください。勉強してください。Okay, let's go! Okay, so first of all, this is a beginner's lesson, but it is very useful for everybody. So whether you are an intermediate, advanced, if you studied English for 1 year, 1 month, 5 years, you may not know this. Maybe you don't, maybe you know, maybe you don't know it. So this is really important to make sure you understand. And even if you know a little bit, I am sure you will learn some new things. So very important video. Let's get right away into it. First of all, time prepositions. There are 3 main time prepositions: in, on, and at. First one, let's look at in. In is used for a long period of time. For example, a year, a month, a season. Any time that is long, okay, a long time. On is shorter. It's used for a day or a date. Okay, on Friday I will go to the gym, I hope. And finally, at is used for a point in time, or just the time, something very short that you can know when it is. Alright, let's practice a little bit about this. So write down this, pause the video, make sure you understand these 3 things: in, long time; on, day; at, point in time. Okay, so make sure you have this somewhere where you can see it. Let's practice. What would you put in front of January? In front of September 15. In front of Tuesday. In front of 12 o'clock. 12. In front of March. In front of 1998. How about July 10, 2012? How about summer? What would you put in front of 1:40 p.m.? And last one, Tuesdays. Tuesdays with an S. So Tuesdays. Okay, take a moment to write down your answers. Take a moment to think about your answers. We're going to look at my answers, but well, at what you should say together. Okay, welcome back. Let's start with January. January is a month. So if you look at your diagram from the page before, a month is a long period of time. So I will put in January. September 15 is a day. It's 1 day in the year, September 15. So September 15, I will put on. Tuesday. Tuesday is also a day, so I'll put on again. 12 o'clock now. 12 o'clock, not a long time, not a day. It's a point in time. Alright, it's the time. So anytime you read 12 o'clock, 12:30, 12:45, 1 a.m., etc., this is at. March now. March, we have another month. So of course you will put in March. It snows in March sometimes. My birthday is in March. Next one, 1998. That's a year. So a year, if you remember, that's a long time. So I will put in 1998. Okay, my nephew was born in 1998. France won the World Cup in soccer in 1998. In football, if you're in England. July 10, 2012. Now this one, be a bit careful. It's not a month. It's not a year. It's really a date. Alright, it's July 10, 2012. It's not something else. It's one day in the year. So I'll put on. Summer now. Summer is a season. I was born in summer. Summer will be a long time, so in. It's a season. 1:40 p.m. Same thing as 12 o'clock. It's a point in time. It's the time, so I would put at. And finally, Tuesdays. Now, Tuesdays is different from the first one, Tuesday, because if I put an S, it means every Tuesday. It's a habit. Okay? For example, on Mondays, I go to work. On Saturdays, I go to the gym. I go to the swimming pool. It's my day off. So, it's like a day. It's the same way. We treat it the same way. So we'll say on. Just like I said, I go to work on Mondays, but I don't go to work on Sundays. Okay? Great. Let's do this a little bit more complicated. Alright, second part. This is a bit more difficult, but you can do it. Alright, let's do the same thing. My birthday. What would you put in front of my birthday? Christmas. The morning. What do you put in front of the morning? The moment. What do you put in front of the moment? Sunrise. When the sun rises, when the sun gets up. So in the morning. Sunset is when the sun goes down. Alright, so maybe in summer in Japan, sunrise is 4:30 a.m. and sunset will be at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Sunrise in Canada right now, where I live, is maybe 6:30 a.m. and sunset is 6:30 p.m. 6 p.m. Present. Present. So there is an expression where you put in on at present. So something, try to guess what it is. The weekend. The weekend. Difficult one. Also difficult. Friday morning. You can guess, with what you know. Friday morning. Bedtime, lunchtime, dinner time. The Edo era. The Edo period. So, there is the Kamakura, Edo, Meiji. All these are eras in Japanese history. So, the Edo era. What would you put in front of that? And finally, the last century. The last century. Okay, let's look at the answers now. Again, you can pause the video to do this at home, or to do this later. Let's look at the answers together. My birthday is really a day. So my birthday is September 15, for example, like in the other slide. My birthday is May 29. Okay, in this situation, we have a day. That's only one day in the year, my birthday. So I'll say, on my birthday. I didn't work on my birthday. Next word. Christmas. Christmas is a little bit special. Let's think it's a day. So in America, you will say it's on Christmas. Do you want to eat Christmas dinner with me? On Christmas. However, in England, they will use at Christmas. They consider this as a point in time in the year, Christmas. Alright, both are okay. However, in Australia, in America, in Canada, you will hear on more. And in England, in Ireland, in Scotland, maybe South Africa, you will hear at more. Okay, so just know where you are. The morning now. The morning, difficult one because it's shorter than a day. It's the morning, but it's not a day. It's not a point in time. We say in the morning. It's a set phrase. It's an expression that's always like this. In the morning. Same thing. In the morning, you could say in the afternoon, in the evening, and in the mornings. More than one morning. The moment. So the moment is really a point in time. So I'll put at the moment. Sunrise and sunset. Also a set phrase. We'll say at sunrise or at sunset. It's not very long time. It's a point in time. Present. Present means now, right now. So in this situation, it's like a point in time. Again, I'll say at present. However, when we use it, it could mean more than just a point in time. For example, I'm very busy at present. I'm working with Mike at present. This is now. The weekend. The weekend is another difficult one because it's 2 days really. It's Saturday and Sunday. However, it works like Christmas. I can say on if I'm in America and at if I'm in the UK. What do you do on the weekend? What do you do at the weekend? Both are fine, no problem. Friday morning. So remember, Friday is a day, so we say on Friday. However, we have in the morning, but when we put the two together, we will consider Friday the most important. On Friday. Bedtime, lunchtime, dinner time is a point in time. Easy to guess this one. At bedtime, at lunchtime, at dinner time. The Edo era was a few hundred years. It's a long time. It's a really long time. So I'll put in the Edo era. There were samurais in the Edo era. And finally, the last century. Century is 100 years. 100 years. So in this case, you can guess it. It's in the last century. Finally, let's be careful here because there are some situations where you can't really use time prepositions the way we just saw it. There are some exceptions. Let's ask ourselves one question. Do you put in, on, or at in front of every year, this month, next March? Sorry, I forgot. March is a capital letter, is a big letter. It's March. That's a mistake. Last summer. Again, summer. So last summer. In every year, on this month, at every summer. What should I put? Okay. When you see these words, every, this, next, and last, you don't put anything in front of it. I go to Canada every year. I will go to Hawaii next March for my holiday. Okay? But remember, we saw in the last century. So why is there in here? This is the explanation. Last century, you will not put in front of it. So last century was last century. So there was a big war last century. In the last century is a long time also, but in this case, because I have the, I can't put in front of it. So there were many wars in the last century. And finally, one more thing. I'm studying at the moment, now. However, there is an expression, I live in the moment. I live in the moment. It's a common expression. It's like I live inside the moment. I enjoy this moment. I don't worry about the future. I live for now, for the moment, in the moment. Okay? Let's practice. I wrote some sentences. Decide if they are correct, green circle, or wrong, red circle. On last Tuesday, I went to the park. Of course, it is wrong, because we saw earlier, last doesn't need anything in front of it. Last Tuesday, I went to the park. Next phrase. I go to the gym every Monday. I go to the gym every Monday. That's correct. We have every Monday. That's like a time preposition in front of Monday. And we don't have anything else in, on, at. Correct. Next phrase. I went to Hawaii in March. Okay, Hawaii is a month. So a month is a long time. In March is correct. Next one. At the Ice Age, there was a lot of snow. At the Ice Age, there was a lot of snow. Okay. The Ice Age was a really long time. It's a time where everything was really cold. So the Ice Age being a really long time, I should put in the Ice Age, in the Edo era, in the Edo period, in the Meiji period. Ice Age is a long time, in the Ice Age. This is wrong. I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night. Okay. Now, maybe this is a little bit strange for you, but at night is a set phrase. It's a set expression we always say at night. So, it's correct. A little bit tricky, sorry. Next one. On Tuesdays in the morning, I go to school. We have two things here. On Tuesdays and in the morning, I go to school. So, Tuesdays is a day. So we should put on, no problem. And then in the morning is a set phrase. It's an expression that never changes. So on Tuesdays in the morning, I go to school is correct. Next one. In July 20 of 1969, we went to the moon. In July 20 of 1969, we went to the moon. So, July 20, 1969 is a date. In front of a date, or in front of a day, we will put on. So, in July 20 is wrong. On July 20, 1969, we went to the moon. Finally, I finished school in June of 2010. Think about it. Now, June is a month. Okay, we have June 2010, but really we're looking at the smallest one. It's June. June of 2010 is a month. In front of a month, it's a long time. I put in, no problem. Okay, I study on every week. This one should be easy for you. Every is also a time preposition that I don't need to put anything in front of. Look at the second phrase. I go to the gym every Monday. I study every week. I don't need to put on. On is wrong here, so we have a wrong phrase. Okay? If you don't understand something, please read again, go back, do the examples again. You will really understand it better. I hope this helped. Okay, now you know everything. As always, I hope it was useful. If you remember one thing from today, it's gonna be this here, in, on, and at. That's the most important thing. If you can think about it a little bit, you will not have problems in the future. Please check out the other videos that I put. There's also location, prepositions for places, etc., etc. And I hope to see you soon. Alright? Bye-bye!